had this theory a while ago. I'm not really sure why I came up with this theory about the majority of white men being gay or bisexual. I'm talking like 60%, right? If all your top movie execs and movie execs and music industry people are gay and bisexual, that would means that majority of rich white people are gay or bisexual. I mean, how can it not be? You feel me? Because a lot of those people, rich and white execs, come from money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's what my conclusion came from, but I know that has something to do with it. It has to be something else why I came with that conclusion. But in thinking about it today, back in the 80s and 70s, why would they demonize gay people, period? When the white man is 60% of the white man has been gay since day one. We know they used to rape the slaves. You don't just rape somebody to mentally destroy them. Like, your dick still had to get hard. That means that man sexually amused you. You feel me? So there's been gay white people forever. So what was the point of demonizing the gay man back in the day when there's so many of you? And I'm thinking, especially back in the 70s and 80s when the AIDS pandemic came, it was like, what was that about? What is the purpose of that if the majority of you guys are gay or bisexual? The conclusion I came with today of why that could have been, even though the majority of them are gay, and if you don't know, these freak-out parties were quite common in the 70s and I think early 80s, as in like in the average people household. Swinger parties and shit like that. I'm pretty sure if you went in the wrong door, there were all men in the motherfucking parties. You know what I'm saying? When they got away from their wives and shit. So those were pretty common. And then when the AIDS and shit came out, it kind of demonized them motherfuckers. You feel me? But why would they do that when the majority of them are gay? I think what happened was in the 60s, in the early 70s and the 80s, in the hippies movement came about. For some reason, I think they're keeping the gay movement out of that hippie movement. They're like, how I learned about it through TV, you don't see gay people, or you just don't notice that they're gay, but you see pink flags and shit, but you don't actually notice gay people. At least I did. But I think what happened was, and the reason why they demonized the gay man is to cause chaos and confusion within the white community, because they were starting to humanize themselves. You know what I mean? Trying to be something other than the blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. This is what I'm getting at. I think they demonized the gay men so the white America don't come together and start being decent people, like stopping the war, stopping racism. They realized everything back in the day that the government, everything was a lie. You feel me? And they knew, they knew their history. They knew the white man's history. It's not what they're teaching in schools. They know they come from savagery, and they're just doing this to the black man because that's just what your culture does. Like, understand, racism is American culture. You just kind of hide behind black culture, which is hip hop. Bro, America's culture is racism. They don't want you to realize that. So that's why you always see interracial families on commercials and shit like that. They don't want the youth. They want the youth to think it's normal for you to say, "Oh, I love everybody," but secretly hate the black man. They want to make it normal for you to be a natural coward. You feel me? But what they did was, they demonized, I believe they demonized the gay man so the white community don't come together and all start the hippie movement where they want no more wars, no more racism. You know what I mean? No more politicians that get up there and lie to you and do whatever the banksters or whoever wants. That's why they demonize the gay man. Because if you see today, the gay men got their own fucking rights now. You see what I'm saying? Because I still believe 60% of white men are all gay or bisexual. So you got all these people in high power, and they can't stop your school districts for putting non-gender bathrooms, allowing your kids to have sex change before they're 18, and then allowing them to use the women's bathroom, allowing them to play women's sports. Doesn't that sound like something the white man would do? Allow men to play in women's sports so they can finally be dominant for once. But how the people in high positions, they're not doing anything to really stop the gay agenda, are they? Now imagine if that gay agenda started in the 70s, where the hippies wanted no more wars and the end of racism. That's why they had to demonize the gay men. But gay men has always been a part of this country, all the way back to the slave master raping the black slaves in front of everybody. Your dick don't just get hard for no reason, people. I'm out.